Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Larry again. I don't know if I ever showed my face on video. I do a few of these off and on. I know the last one's been a little while since I did it, but weather and everything around here, it's there for a while. We had rain. You all might have had it too. So it makes it hard to do any job outside. Anybody knows that works outside. But I wanted to give you an update on this trailer I've been taking apart. Now the weather's straight, now it got kind of hot, unfortunately, but I mean, unless you're tough enough to be able to handle it, most people probably can't even do this type of job outside. But this is where I've gotten with this trailer. As you can tell, this whole back end is the floor's off, and I've cut a few pieces off of this back side. As you can tell, there's especially there, and I can walk through that one spot, which makes it a whole heck of a lot easier to take some of this floor out, what's left of it. It's a pain in the ass if you ever tried to take one of these things down. I know a lot of people use machinery, like I said in the very first video, but at the rental fee of $5,000 a day, unless you're rich, who the hell has that type of money? So, and the guy I'm doing this for does not have that type of money. That's why I'm doing it this way for the man. Seems to be pretty satisfied with the time it took me to do it, and was going to try to have it done a little quicker. But it turns out I got sick for a week and a half, which really stunk. So I couldn't even come out and do much with this. But anyhow, I'm gonna have to definitely get some more blades for my Sawzall, metal blades in particular. I have no problem cutting all the floor and all that bullshit out with the with most of the blades, the wood blades, and even the all-purpose ones. But the all-purpose ones, I noticed, especially with this thick-ass frame, eats the shit out of the blade. So if you ever do this, I would use metal blades. I noticed they cut like butter through this shit, and doesn't take a whole lot of cut through it, nor does it wear down the blade very fast. This part, so that's the back side, all the way up until there. I got the floor out. You'll see on the other side when I get to this other side, part of that floor is out. This whole spot right here, you see right along here, show you over here. That's what you can see right there. There's a whole floor along here. I got all that cut out. It's cleared. What this stinks too. My truck went down to shits. So unfortunately, it's in the shop, and it ended up needing a rebuilt steering column because something happened with the opponent's side of the wheel or whatever. And it's 89 F-150, so it's fairly older. But he had to rebuild the damn thing, so it cost $823, which a lot of us don't have that type of money just to go pulling a vehicle back. So I ended up using what you can see over there. I used that Rogue over there, Nissan Rogue, to haul off all the stuff to the transfer station and vice versa. The good thing is the seat on it goes back down. Both seats go down flat, so I can actually stack shit in there and take even all the scrap to the scrap yard along with the stuff to the transfer station to get rid of it out of here. And it will hold quite a bit. These tires are still on here. I don't know. I haven't figured that part out yet. How I'm going to get these tires off of here, or if I'm just going to try to cut it underneath and just take the whole damn thing in one piece. But those are still on here. And actually, surprisingly, it's still up, not down and flat. As old as this thing is. So as you can tell, said right over there, you'll see when I come around to the front, you'll see more where I cut some of the front out. But this whole back, there's not much of the floor left on the back side. Most of what you see right here, the big spot, that's all the middle. As you can tell right here, this is what's left of the middle right here in this spot. So it's definitely coming down. I clean all this crap up out here. This is when I originally started on this piece of crap. I've cutting up some of this. I ended up cutting up some of this right here. And if I was you, I'd make sure either you measure it or know the size of the, basically the iron stuff. Because if it's not prepared size, you will get hit in the ass with this tin price or shred or however it is where you live at. And this is not what you want when you're doing something like this. You want to get as much as you can out of it. So even the frame that I'm cutting up, I make sure it's the right size. So right here is all cut out. This is all, it says all the crap on the ground. I'm waiting for my Sawzall batteries to cool down so I can do a little more cutting, because the damn things, I don't know what type of Sawzall you use, but I use a Hyper Tough one, and the batteries on them have a shut off on them. If they get too hot, they will shut the thing down so they cool off, and then it'll run a little while longer. The other thing too, I found out when I went to Walmart, the one where I lived or was living near, they do not carry as much shit as Chanute does. But Chanute has more things. They actually sell rechargeable batteries for that, for mostly all Hyper Tough stuff, and it is $28 a battery. But I did not know they sell a regular charger that takes about 40 minutes. I mean, it says it takes an hour. It can't take up to an hour, but it charges it really fast, those batteries. But I've had them charge as quick as 40 minutes on each one, and I just keep a 400-watt charger in the car, and then just plug it in to that to charge these batteries. And if you have something to do while you're waiting, you can wait till they charge and keep going for a while. Unless you have electric, which I do not have access to electric over here to use an electric one, or I probably would have used one and been a little farther out than this. But there is no power on this property. Like when I started on this project, the meter was still in this thing, and I don't know if it was active, but I know it was showing numbers on the meter, because it is the smart meters around here, and they have numbers on them that actually do flicker and show you if the damn thing's active. So I was not going to be messing around with the electric in this damn thing until the meter was either shut off completely or pulled, and then you end up having to pull. So, go around to the front here. I didn't get much done back here. And then up front here, most of that floor is still intact. I did get all the carpet up, and some of that floor is rotten underneath, so I would be careful if you were to do this type of work. As you can tell right there, pieces that are still there, that piece is hanging down, was rotten underneath. The only thing that kept me probably going through is that carpet. Was this the only piece of carpet left right there you see in this video. That's all cut out. Most of that's still intact, but as you can tell, a lot of it looks like it's rotten, so it shouldn't take much to cut it. And then here, I just did most of this today. I cut all this out. As you can tell, I cut that pipe out underneath of there. And then as you can tell right here, there, I cut that piece of iron out. And then on this side, there is most of the floor. Like I started from the other side, it's still there, but it won't take much to cut it. There's a toilet. I got that out yesterday. The floor was so rotten, it wasn't hard just to yank the damn thing off and pick it up and put it on the ground. I cut the deal there to there. I cut it in pieces though. I think there's a couple pieces there, so it's prepared size. I cut that piece off, which is sitting over there. There was floor out to here. It's all gone. I took this whole floor out, right, most of the rest of it right here today. I cut that out right there. There was a couple pieces of iron here. I cut that out, prepared size 2, which you might have to get some of this floor and crap out of these things, because I went through hell trying to get some of this floor up. But that is where I'm at with this project right now. I stacked up the bricks, which I think I don't know, like you saw them in the video, and then there's some right here. They want to keep all these bricks. Originally they said I could do whatever with them, but they wanted them, so I'm supposed to count them up, and then I'm going to give them a good price on them, because the guy said he's not going to rip me on them, because originally he wanted to get rid of them, but his girlfriend wants to keep them. So because I think they want to do something with the shed out here, and they want to build a car garage out here, and they want to use them for something. So and then as you can tell, the yard is not as bad as it was. I did cut up a lot of this crap in this yard and hauled it out of here, the metal, all the crap. And that was just to, if you do come across metal with aluminum on it and there's a lot of shit attached to it, just sell it just as shred. Don't even mess with it. I'm trying to take it apart unless you want to go through hell. And it turns out the place I take my tin usually to is, the guy doesn't give a flying hoot below what goes in the pile, because it just goes in the trailer and gets smashed down. So some of the stuff I had out here had wood in between it. Not a whole lot, but it did have a little bit of wood. But he don't give a flying hoot blow. He just picks it up, tosses it in the trailer, smashes it. That's it. End of story. Some of the places y'all might do your scrapping at or whatever, they might end up throwing a cow moo. So I make sure it's one of the places that don't give a shit, or just has a bin in the back that you can just throw the stuff and they don't even care, because some places will care and they will say something to you. But this is where this project is at. The grass is kind of high in spots, but not much I can do about that. But I'm going to check these batteries here in a minute, see if they're cooled down enough to do one more round of cut. And then, and then this here, these here I cut out this morning, or this afternoon. Let me rephrase that. It was early this afternoon because I had to go out of town, so I didn't get started as early. But I cut this ductwork out of here. So that is about all there is for now. I'm trying to keep working on this. For the fact, like I said, I was sick for almost a week and a half, and then I did start a regular job at a gas station, convenience store place. And I thought I wasn't going back till the 4th, but it turns out they want me on the 2nd and 3rd, so I'm just going to have to work around doing this project with the hours there. And I will probably end up doing 1 or 2 more videos of this project and end up uploading it. And then that will be the end. The last video announced will be the last end of it, probably, whichever one I end up doing. But I'm going to try to, like I said, try these batteries again. It's been long enough, they might be cooled down enough for me to actually cut on this a little more. And then I'll probably end up knocking off for today, because I have to go wash clothes. Otherwise, I ain't gonna have no clean clothes to go to my job at tomorrow at 10. So, that's all I have for now, folks. If you enjoyed my video, hit the like, subscribe button. And I will do another video as quick as I can, as long as the weather holds up. It says there's a chance of rain here for 7 days straight. I'm hoping, cross fingers, that either is wrong, disappears, whatever the case, because a lot of them just has cloud with sun in the background. So I'm hoping it's kind of hit and miss thing with the rain, because we don't need 7 days of rain here. We already have too much of it. But if we do, unfortunately, it's gonna mess me up on this project that I've been trying to get the heck done with here. So that's about it, folks. Have a good day, and I will talk to you later.